Hi, my name is Alison, and welcome to the Ragening. Today we have a very special treat, a live-action version or remake of Disney's Snow White. I bet it's gonna be
Cancer?
uh, a film of all time. Let's take a look.
Whoops, wrong clip. This must be the new remake of E.T. All right. Let's settle down now. We're gonna take this seriously. We're not.
This was my father's kingdom. A place of fairness. But the queen changed everything.
It do be like that though. Weak women create hard times. Weak men blame the men. Rinse and repeat forever.
Take him away!
Your Majesty,
What did you say?
the people need some kindness.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
This queen is supposed to be jealous of this Snow White.
Yes, I can't help but imagine if they swapped outfits, if they swapped costumes and makeup jobs, Gal Gadot would look like a pretty convincing fairest in the land, and Rachel Zegler would look like a rather unconvincing android. Gynoid, I suppose. Still unconvincing either way. Are we going to spend this whole time roasting Rachel Zegler's face? Yes, I think we probably are.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all?
Famed is thy beauty, Majesty. But a lovely maiden I now behold.
Lovely's doing a lot of work here. I mean, she's not bad looking. I suppose she has a bit of the looks of the original, like the 1936 version of Snow White. Just a little darker, but no, the eyes are a little spaced far apart.
Just like the Little Mermaid and the genie in Aladdin. Disney eyes, guys, are supposed to be large, but they ought to be at the front of the head.
Okay, I mean, she's not bad looking. It's just that the fairest of the land, well, not the fairest, that's definitely a bit of a stretch there, a bit of misinformation, but like the meaning of the fairest is the most beautiful, especially compared to the queen. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying the jealousy.
I look at you, and I just want to be the fairest of them all.
Do they mean fair as in just? That would make a little bit more sense.
And that would be fair enough. Roll credits.
The queen is evil. You must flee into the woods.
Oh, the woodsman is black now. Okay. Let me just look up. Snow White myth comes from what country? Germany. I guess he's from the Black Forest.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, it's a Grimm tale from the actual Brothers Grimm, a famously German franchise. But to be fair, nobody in this movie is talking in German, or even in a German accent. Everyone's speaking English in an American accent. Disney adaptations are never set in their original locations. They're set in Los Angeles, I guess. Medieval Los Angeles, Renaissance Los Angeles, ancient Greek Los Angeles, whatever it needs to be. They've been replacing classic European characters with modern day Americans and butchering the source material for about a century. And it's been fun for about a century, and now it's kind of cringe and gay and everyone's sick of it. It's been a good run, I'd say.
Hello? Is there anybody here?
Good lord, what am I looking at? 7 dwarves and they all happen to be Caucasian? What are the chances? Hey, oh, and they're all grotesque. What are the chances? It's the least diverse ensemble I've seen since the Super Bowl.
Drinklage got it that no little people could be employed on this so that their place could be taken by CGI abominations that will give children nightmares. Okay. Well, you know what? That's I guess they're MGTOW. No, they're Dwigtow. Dwarfs going their own way.
It's a human.
Yeah. You find a sleeping woman in your bed and you bring out the weaponry. Actually, I've started these guys, these creatures are starting to grow on me.
What did you think I was?
Nothing. Ghost.
Okay, alright, that's good. I'll give it that. That's funny. What did you think I was? I guess they don't meet a lot of humans.
I did wonder, because, like, Tolkien dwarves in the Lord of the Rings, etc., are not human. They're just kind of no more human than the giant eagles. They're an ancient, magical species that predates humans by whatever it is, a long time. Whereas real dwarves in real life are just humans. They're just humans with a condition that we happen to call dwarfism. There's an important difference. As it transpires, the dwarves in Snow White, at least this Snow White, are not humans. They're mythical fantasy creatures. So there's nothing, quote-unquote, politically correct about it. Any more than portraying goblins is an offensive representation of anyone you might care to notice. And if it's okay for a human giant to play a fantasy giant, then it's okay for a human dwarf to play a fantasy dwarf. Apparently, unless he is any human dwarf except Peter Dinklage. Yeah, bro is just, he's pulling the ladder up behind him. Or the footstool, as it were. I am a bad man. And I'm going to hell for it.
You'll be safe from the Queen here.
The Queen stole everything from all of us. We're gonna need your help. It's time to restore our kingdom.
I don't remember that from the original.
Holding out for someday, hoping somehow, someway.
Oh, looks like there's going to be a Disney ride in the works. Oh, good. Oh, fuck. Okay, all I can say is at least they have a female villain.
Oh, I'm almost certain they're going to find a way to forgive the evil queen for everything and blame it all on some man somewhere. Probably Prince Charming, as he's just a creepy stalker after all, right? Weird.
This is our kingdom, and now we're here to take it back.
You were saying.
I'm sorry, my dear. Did I frighten you?
So now, not only does Snow White eat the apple, end up unconscious, but she starts a revolution? Okay.
Kind of like Eve. In Disney's Adam and Eve. And then she kills Adam with a judo chop and she kicks God in the balls and then runs off with the serpent and they live happily ever after. From my lips to God's ears, it's going to happen.
Honestly, now that I've watched it, it doesn't seem too egregious. It just looks like a bunch of disjointed mishmash. Like a typical J.J. Abrams film. But I gotta see what the comments have to say. Maybe they can explain the 1 million downvotes. But I think that might be a record for most downvoted Disney trailer in history. Avon Simigas 444 says, the only reason I knew this trailer was out was when I saw Chat Music make a song out of this. Yeah, actually that's pretty much the only reason I realized it was too.
Same here. On Twitter, right? This is what we also... Why even bother spending millions on marketing when your haters will do it all for you? It's, us internet shitlords might be the only thread keeping these turds afloat. It's a discomforting thought.
3,000 Disney employees were forced to like this video. Joke's on you, Danny. It's 4,000 now.
USAID money can buy you a lot of likes. Although again, why spend taxpayers' money promoting gay race communism across the world when Disney will do it pro bono? Our problems are only just beginning to get addressed, folks.
Captain Hampton says, "Why is Lord Farquaad playing Snow White?"
Not mean enough. Come on, this is Trump's America now. We can do better.
Mommin says, "They finally did it. They made a movie nobody is going to pirate." If I saw this movie on a plane, I would still walk out.
Lol. If I were Rachel Zegler, I would turn my back on this movie. And I would still be able to see it.
X Mega says, "Why did the dwarves look like survivors of Chernobyl? I thought this was meant to be family friendly." No, I think it's meant to be communist friendly.
I really hope Walt Disney himself isn't watching this movie, because it would mean he's in hell.
All right, well, that was a nothing burger. This was one of the trailers of one of the trailers that I have watched. Truly one of the trailers that I have watched.
Do y'all remember who voiced Snow White in the original sort of animated version? Do you remember who voiced the Little Mermaid? Or Aladdin? Or Pocahontas? Or Hercules? Or Mulan? Or Tarzan? I mean, I could go on. The sidekick characters were often played by big names, Robin Williams, Eddie Murphy, and so on. But the lead roles have always been played by a total rando with a just generic, forgettable voice, whose name nobody knew and who was never heard of again. They disappear as mysteriously as they appeared. I actually can't think of a single exception. Pixar movies don't count. They've got their own thing going on, even when Disney is sort of peripherally involved in whatever they're involved with Pixar. I don't even know how it works. But when it's just Disney, under the thumb of only Disney, if you've been cast in the lead role in one of their movies, you can expect to an almost certainty that you will never find work again. You'll have to go right back to flipping burgers in just a fast food joint that's just as generic as you are. You'll tell everyone you starred in a Disney movie once and no one will believe you. In your case, because nobody even watched that piece of shit. How does it feel to be on your own with no direction home? A complete unknown. Honestly, I do kind of feel sorry for Rachel Zegler. And I'm even starting to feel sorry for Disney at this point. I too was, once upon a time, popular-ish for a few years. We at HoneyBadgerRadio were once reasonably popular, and then something happened. We can only speculate as to what happened, but let's say in our case the government came for us, and in your case the Department of Government Efficiency came for you. There's more than one way to crumble a cookie. Alright, best of luck. See you in hell. Bye!